Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry about the delay. I'm kind of thinking it might be a StreamYard issue. It took forever to load up. I closed it out and opened it back up several times. It finally slowly loaded. And then I don't know how it showed on your end, but on my end, it didn't immediately go to the countdown like it should have. My picture was up there for a few seconds. So, not sure what's going on, but hopefully rest of the live goes good. Your Candy Cane, your Lily, and here's Dream. Dream, you gotta get a little closer. They can't see you. There you go. Okay. And Rose is laying over there. She usually hangs back a little bit. Hello, Jim. Hello, the Moose. Hello, Dink and Tank. Hello, Cutie. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Ace. Hello, Tony. Hello, Katie. Hello, Ed. Hello, Bev. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll explain that in a few minutes here. Hello, Reverend Joe. Hey. Hello, Northwoods Press. Hello, Kane Corso. Hello, Bobby. Okay. Bomb the chat now. As a lot of you saw my post, Precious died Friday night. I'm not exactly sure what happened. She went to the vet on Tuesday because she wasn't acting right. She was coughing, sneezing a little bit, but the main thing, she was just laying around, eating very little, which was unlike her. They said she had a upper respiratory infection, which I couldn't argue with because she was coughing, sneezing. But and she did have one eye that was kind of gooky. But she didn't have a runny nose or anything like that. So came home, started giving her medicine. And she wasn't getting any worse. She really didn't seem to be improving that much. She did start eating a little bit better. And then Thursday night, I checked her gums, like I always check the gums on the cats every so often. And they're very pale. And I thought I could see a hint of yellow there also. So I took her to the ER. And her PVC value was very low. It was 16%, should be between 30 and 45. And that's what measures the red blood cells. And they blamed it on fleas. They put the diagnosis down as flea anemia. But the thing is, on Thursday during the day, I had checked both her and Sweetie for fleas. Sweetie had fleas bad, so I gave her a cap action. Precious didn't have enough fleas on her to say so. I picked off 3 or 4. I'm sure there was a few more I didn't see, but it wasn't all that bad. Well, Thursday night at the ER, they gave her a Capstar. They used name brand there. And said that her levels should start coming up and have them retested. Well, I stopped in to my regular vet Friday morning, gave them a copy of the paperwork, scheduled an appointment to have her rechecked on Friday, and got a vitamin supplement. I asked at the ER, but they didn't have any at the ER. Forgot the name of it, but it's got some iron in it. And she said that should help. She seemed to stay about the same all day Friday. Around 7:30, 8 o'clock, she was still okay. And I came over here. I was over here about 2 hours. And then when I went back over to the other house, she wasn't doing good at all. There was no pink in her gums at all at that time. So I headed for the ER, and she went downhill fast on the way there. And by the time I got partway there, I knew there's virtually no chance that she was going to make it. Well, she was still alive when I got there. They took her in, examined her, and said that she was dying, didn't have much longer left. And within 20 minutes, she had died. So I really don't know what's going on with her. But I can tell you one thing. When I had Teddy there, let me see, that was Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. And I also had CBC done on him and feline leukemia and stuff. The feline leukemia was negative. And the CBC was showing that he was slightly anemic. But he's had fleas quite bad. And he's on monthly flea medicine now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call him in the morning and switch that appointment to Teddy to have him rechecked. Because I figure after a week on the flea preventative, that he shouldn't be slightly anemic anymore, or at least a lot closer to normal. Because with Superman and Precious, it both started out with being anemic. Like I said, and they blamed it on fleas for both of them, which neither one of them had fleas all that bad. But Teddy, he did have fleas quite bad, so I'm buying it for him. Now I just want to check and make sure his level is going up. Let me get back in chat here because I know saw a question or two here. See if I can find where I was. I think this is where I was. Hello, J&B. Yep, the one that I think here when you commented was Candy Cane. Then the Siamese that I was holding is Lily. And then Dream came through, and Rose is over there on the counter. She might come over. Now here comes Candy Cane again. Hello, Ashes and Embers. Oh, I imagine it is getting colder up there, Northwoods. And I know where I was living in New York, we could get some pretty nasty weather in October. And here we are, what is it? 3 days from October, so yep, it's going to be getting cold. Hello, Arlene. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Yeah, I'm considering getting a loan and taking all the cats in to get the rest of their blood work done. Daisy, Domino, and all the kittens have not had any blood work done. And then Dixie and Teddy, I believe, are the only ones that have had all of the blood work done. So the rest of them, they need to get the CBC panel done and the feline leukemia test. And I need to get them vaccinated too. And I found out the one thing that they're vaccinating for is feline leukemia. Because I asked the other day if that is a one-time test or if that needs to be redone. And she said they vaccinate for that. So if they're negative and get vaccinated for it, then they should be good. Yeah, and I really am considering getting that loan so I can get all this done in the next couple weeks. And then if anything is abnormal and it's something they don't have the diagnostics for there, then I want to go somewhere where they've got more diagnostic tools. I see Joanne likes candy cane. She is very sweet. All of them are. Still hot in Kansas City? Our days are getting up nice here. It gets a little bit chilly at night, but not too bad. It's actually warmer now than it was the last part of August and first part of September. That was just downright cold. Yeah, I don't follow sports at all, Jim, so I didn't even know that. Yeah, I know living in Arkansas, I should follow the Arkansas sports, but I don't. The only sports I've ever followed is when I was working for a school back in New York. I knew all the kids, so I used to somewhat follow what was going on there. Hello, Emily. Well, it's pretty warm for Minnesota. I hope it stays warm all winter. I don't like the cold at all. Hello, Des. Um, I'm not 100% sure on that, Katie. I can ask about that. I know the CBC panel that tests for white blood cells, and that's stuff to do with the blood. So it might be part of that test. I'm not sure. And then they do the chemistry panel, and that one is the organ function. But I'm having them do all the blood stuff now. I know they have done fecal tests on several of the cats. And if anyone heard that, that was Rose jumping up on a box and then up onto the counter. Hello, Sue. Yeah, it'd be hard to do anything in the house right now, Reverend Joe. But what I'm going to do is, for the next few months, even though I don't like the monthly drops he put on the back of their neck, I'm going to do that for the next few months. Get all the fleas off them. And these guys don't have fleas. And they actually had some flea medicine put on them, not for fleas, but for ear mites, because the medicine I'm using is good for fleas, ticks, ear mites, and certain parasites. So this house is flea free. So I want all the fleas off those cats when I bring them over. And then I have an upholstery cleaner. And I'm going to go over my mattress, recliner, anything like that. And then wash all my clothes. And anything I have, any clothes or blankets that I'm not regularly using, I may take them to the laundromat because they're going to be more likely to have fleas in them. And then hopefully that will make a big difference. Rose, you keep grabbing my hand. You're going to go on camera. Rose is behind the laptop. And she's reaching out around the corner like this and grabbing my hand because I got my hand over there scrolling through chat. Oh, it's not bad. Reverend Joe. Most part, we've been 60s at night, but we have had a night or two that's been in the upper 50s. This is Candy Cane. Oh, yeah, I bet it is, Joanne. Only one problem, Katie. Nothing is out of reach of cats. Yes, I'll be able to get the catio built here soon. The contractor that's going to be redoing the porch and doing the floor in the house actually contacted the landlord today saying that he's going to start this week. I don't know what day, but he said he's starting this week. Well, Judy, my son wasn't really into sports. He played a little bit of basketball, and he played football for just a very short period of time. Didn't like that at all. He kind of liked basketball, and he was really good at the basketball too. They played at the school, but it wasn't on the school team. It actually was a league that someone started several years before that to try to get more kids interested in being on the school basketball team, because they weren't getting a great turnout for that. This is Lily. That's right, Katie. You gotta get them so they can't reproduce. I saw an advertisement on Facebook today that looked promising. Supposed to be safe for cats. I looked it up, and most of what I read on it says that it's not safe. It's clove oil and cottonseed oil. And I looked up clove oil because I thought I'd heard that wasn't good for cats. It was toxic to cats. And that's what I read today, that it's not good for them at all. Hello, Susan. No, haven't moved in yet. But my Wi-Fi is still down in the other house. Cable came Friday, and I hooked up. Before I ran all the way over there, I brought the extender over here and hooked it up. And nope. Power button lights up, but the signal light won't light up. It's not getting a signal to it. So I ordered a new extender. It's similar, very similar to the one I have, only instead of having 4 antennas on it, it's only got 2. So I hope it works good. And it's put out by the same manufacturer, and it was quite a bit cheaper. Because the one I had was $100. And this one I got for, gotta look it up here. But I know it was a lot less. It's gone up now. Because this one's is showing $89.99. I didn't pay that for it. I think it was $79.99. Then I got $14 off from that, I think it was. That'd make it 66. Yeah, I think that's about what it was, 66. So I figure I looked it over, it looked the same and stuff, so I ordered it. Oh, no, I messed this up. There we go. 23 thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, these cats are all over me. And you ought to see them when I'm outside. When I'm outside, if I'm out back, they're either on the cat tree or in the windowsill looking up the window at me. If I'm on the side, they go in the bathroom, get on the windowsill, and look out. Yes, they do, Joanne. I know, Ace. Yeah, I'm going to wash everything, Emily. Because I know from experience, I have had clothes in trash bags before, tied up, just sitting there for a while. You open them up, and it'll be full of fleas. So I'm washing everything. Okay, Katie. I know you said you were gonna. I haven't been watching hardly anything because I got to come over here in order to get in the internet. Well, I don't have too many stuffed animals, Ace. Lily, you can't lean against the camera. No one can see then. I do have some of those little mice. And I got a couple other little things for them. They all need washing anyway, so. Yeah, I know the heat is supposed to kill them, Emily. I don't like using the high level. Because I don't think it's good for the material, but I might do it that one time. Bobby, you didn't put a space in between weather and your zip code. Yeah, Emily. After they get the porch redone, because that's in pretty rough shape. I've already been through it in one spot, and when the contractor was here looking at it, he went through another spot. So that's got to all be redone. And you can see some of the floor joists are bad in it too, so they're going to get redone. The good thing is the roof is supported by 4x4s. It's not resting on the floor of the porch. The 4x4s go right down to the ground. So that's one good thing. Because they do whatever they need to do with the floor without having to worry about shoring up the roof or anything. Yes, they will love it. Oh, yeah. That's right, Judy. Cats love opening up cabinets. I used to have a cat, wouldn't even go in the cabinet. He would just walk down through and just open up every door and then walk away. It was funny because he wouldn't go in, didn't disturb anything inside, just open the cabinet doors for the sake of opening them. Of course, it was funny when he was trying to open them and he wouldn't quite have it open and lose his grip on it and would shut on his paw. I used to laugh about that. It wasn't hard enough to hurt him, but just hard enough so he knew he got hit. Yep, you've got to do that to moose. I don't do it regularly, but I have had 4 lives going at the same time before. It's tough. 3 is tough. I do that a little more often. And usually when I start doing 3 or 4 lives, I don't chat because it's too much to keep up with chat. I do 2 quite often. That I can handle. That was Dream. Come here, Dream. You got to show your face. You walk front of the camera. That's the rules. And look at the camera. There you go. Why don't you get all the way up there, Dream? There you go. Yes, JB, I agree with that. The cats are all going to be treated before they get moved. You stop. No, Candy Cane's messing around, changing stuff on my phone. Hello, Brett. Yep, Lily was already named when I got him. Lily, Candy Cane, and Rose were all named. And then I named Dream after Reverend Dream. Yep, that's what I read, Katie. So that's definitely out. Because the write up on it really sounded good. But I was thinking I'd heard that clove oil wasn't safe, and I looked into it, and nope. Yep, the cats over there where the fleas are, they're going to get monthly treatments until they come over here. Yeah, I like to research stuff, Katie, just so I know what's what. And I read about it from multiple sources too. There's some websites that I really like for questions about cats. I like VCA. Another one is PetMed, I think it is. And they seem to have some pretty good information. And then anything that pops up in the search, I'll read it and just try to put everything together. Yep, it sure is, Ace. Oh, that sucks, Joanne. Maybe you'll get everything fixed eventually. Just in time for next spring storms to come through. Yep, Emily. I dragged this glider rocker out of the living room. I like this chair. It's one that Jeff left behind for me. He left a nice recliner too, but when my son was here, he destroyed the recliner. So that's out on the porch right now, and dogs are loving it. He actually broke the back right off from it. So it laid right down flat now. Yeah, my mom and dad always had a rocking chair. Yep, Katie. These cats are all over me. I have a big swing. It's a double swing on the porch. But I want to get that fastened up better because I don't trust it. It's okay for a lighter person. But where it bolts up in, those eye bolts are moving. So I know it's not into the ceiling joist. So I got to get that straightened out because I've never even sat on it. Yep, the Siamese is Lily, Emily. And then Rose has some Siamese in her, but she's being antisocial. But Rose is more ragdoll than Siamese. Yep, that's right, Judy. That's why I like this. Hey, how you doing? Emily, what it is, the rocker isn't on the floor like with a regular rocker. This has a frame that's on the floor. And then up above that's where it moves back and forth. So a cat can't get under it and you rock onto the cat. Well, I've had that happen too, Katie. Well, just I thought that one cat was funny because he just walked through and opened the doors. During the winter, Katie. A lot of times in the winter, the cats get cold during the night. They'll come lay with me, and I might wake up with 5 or 6 cats on me. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see Dream, but yeah, she is a pretty cat. I love black cats. I love all cats. There's Lily. You can see her resting her head on my shoulder. Be careful, Candy Cane. You're messing stuff up on here. Hey, Candy Cane, get out of the way. Thank you. Hey, Candy Cane, stop walking back and forth, please. Hello, Anne. Well, I'm just in here tonight for the internet. Haven't moved in yet. But the contractor is supposed to be here this week to do the work on it. So we're getting closer. Well, Emily, right now I'm the cat tree. Yeah, they'd rather be laying on me than on the cat tree. But they do love that cat tree. Yes, it was, Emily. I'm not sure how he did destroy it, but he did. The only thing I can figure out is possibly a bolt came out or something and he didn't know how to fix it, didn't say anything about it, and then just let it go from there. Because I know my mom and dad used to have a recliner that boats would come out of that. And as soon as you realized a bolt had come out, you tipped it over and fixed it right then. And that lasted for years. But if you didn't put that bolt back in, it would have destroyed it. So that's what I'm wondering. Hello, Kay. Yeah, it's broke, Reverend Joe. Yep, I'm dieting, Judy. I'm on the seafood diet. I see food, I eat food. Yeah, I wish Rose would come over here, but and I can't reach her right now because I got Lily on my back. So I can't lean forward to get Rose. Yep, they are all cute, Emily. You got that right. Yeah, and he definitely mistreats stuff, Reverend Joe. Definitely. Yeah, Kay, I don't know how anyone can not love cats. Okay, Susan. Thanks for stopping in. You have a good day. It's wearing off, Ace. It was good for a few days, but then yesterday the shot started wearing off. Which both the doctor that did it and the orthopedist, they were expecting maybe a week or two. And see. About 5 days. So we won't do that again. Well, he said it was up to me. He said depending on how long it lasted. If I wanted it done again, they can do it after 3 months. I just have to balance how much of a benefit I was getting from it. And I don't think 5 days is really worth it. But now the orthopedist, well, he doesn't yet because I haven't called him to tell him. But the orthopedist's going to have the information he's been wanting. Because now he'll know that it definitely is my hip. Because that was one thing he wanted to find out. He said if it gave me some relief for a short period of time, then the pain's definitely coming from my hip. And if it gave me no relief whatsoever, then it was coming from my back. So with temporary relief, it's definitely my hip. I don't know what difference that makes, but I guess it's something for the hip replacement that he needed to know. Because I couldn't tell him. Because everything overlapped. So I really didn't know. Oh, that's not good, Joanne. You need one of those battery packs or something that can at least let you get out of your recliner when the power goes out. I guess some of them come with that. Will have enough power in it so you can get out of the recliner. And then you just can't use it again until power comes back on. Yes, Kay, I really like this. After what I went through Wednesday night sitting in the kitchen chair, I dragged this chair out here. And Judy, you have to say, my name is Judy, and I'm a cataholic. Yeah, the swivel could be fun, Kay. You spin right around. Oh, I bet she does love that, Judy. And Lily is a he. Because they were blindly named. And I just decided I was going to keep the names. But after I got the kittens, I was looking at them and thinking, boy, Lily looks like a boy. And when they went to the vet, she said, yep, you're right. You've got 3 girls and a boy there. Oh, I'll admit to it, Emily. I'm a cat tree. Yep, these cats think I'm worth $100. That's what we can buy a cat tree for, so. And they use me for a cat tree, so they must think I'm worth the same amount that a cat tree is. Well, now they're all up, Katie. Yeah, Judy, that has happened before. I've had to move several cats before so I could get up. And then they want to keep coming back because it takes me so long to stand up. Once I get the cats cleared off, that they keep coming back. Yep, Reverend Joe. Yeah, I love having the cats all over me. Well, if anyone's going to DoorDash me anything from Starbucks, I think you're going to have to pay pretty good for it. Because the closest Starbucks is probably, I would estimate, 55, 60 miles from here. I'm assuming there's one in Fort Smith somewheres. Hello, Katie. See if I can find you on here. You should be blue. Whoops. I guess it's okay. I guess I accidentally exited out of YouTube. Yep, I was hoping it would last at least a couple weeks like they thought it might. They were saying a week or two. Almost a week, so it was about what they expected. But they did say there was a chance that it would last long term. Yeah, unfortunately, I was hoping to get some stuff done while I was feeling a little better. But 2 nights had to go to the ER with Precious, so that cut into my night. And Friday, I stayed in the house all day with her. So, end up not getting anything done. But on the plus side, I'm going to be checking into a local kid that his mother posted something on Facebook about looking for work for him. So hopefully I can get him to come here and get some stuff done. Judy, you keep talking like that. I'm going to time you out. Yes, I got to lose weight, but don't take my donuts away. Actually, I very rarely have a donut. Last time I had a donut was probably 3 months ago. It's been a while. Yes, Katie. The emergency backup battery is a necessity, actually. Oh, that's good, plan. But it doesn't always have to be a storm that puts the power out. No, Emily. I just started wearing off yesterday, and they close at noon on Friday and don't open back up until I don't know, 7:30, 7:30, I think it is, tomorrow morning. So I can't call until tomorrow. But I think I'm actually going to wait until it completely wears off. Because he said give them a call in 2 weeks and let them know how things are going. And tomorrow will be a week. So I'll probably wait until next Monday. Yes, that's right, J&B. Since now they've confirmed that it is coming from the hip, once they replace the hip, it should take care of it. Yeah, Judy. Where's what you made yesterday there? That in the ladies' room? That's not right. Hello, Eddie. Yeah, I've had 4 injections in my back. And that I probably would never do again. And a different facility might do it differently. Hello, Stephen. Yep. Just like a boy named Sue. I like that song. Nope, Lily's not getting renamed. Reverend Dream and Tammy had him named, and it was a suggestion from one of their subscribers, who's also one of my subscribers now. That name's got history behind it, so it's Lily. You don't mind, do you? Do you, Lily? Oh yeah, I know a lot of times people throw cat trees away just because they're a little dirty. They never heard of cleaning them. I don't blame you for grabbing that. Yep, Kay. It's just slightly over an hour to Fort Smith, and I'm pretty sure that's the closest Starbucks. I know there's not one in Waldron. There's not one in Danville. I'm 99% sure there's not one in Boonville. That'd be almost an hour there, anyways. So yeah, I would say Fort Smith be the closest. I'm sure there is one there. That's a city of almost 90,000. Maybe I should do that for my arthritis, Judy. Because I have so much arthritis in my hip that I can't straighten out my right leg. Because the doctor had some trouble with the injection. Because normally you have your leg flat when he does it. My leg won't flatten out. And he told me that was from the arthritis. Well, my doctor told me last year not to do any fad diets, just keep doing what I'm doing and eat a little bit less. But I have thought about trying carnivore for a short period of time. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff around here that needs to be done. There's stuff between the house and carport that I need to get moved out of here because it's pretty tight getting the car in here. And I need to have the weeds down around the perimeter where I'm going to put the fence. And I have another project that I've started doing a video on, but I'm not going to put the video out until it's all done. There's more needs to be done with that. And don't ask because I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to wait for the video. Hello, Troy. Well, no sense in me saying anything to Joanne because that was 8 minutes ago. She said she gotta go. Well, hopefully she makes it back. Come on. Well, I wasn't exactly sure why he really wanted to know if pain's coming from my hip or back, because the hip's got to be replaced eventually, anyways. But it does make sense. Okay, Judy. As long as they were for a sick friend. But if I ever find out you're lying to me and you ate them all, I'll be mad. Yeah, I love pecans. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to start wearing dresses. Are you, Lily? Hello, Weekend with Me. Hello, Lady Sky. Magazine might have what, a Starbucks? Magazine's pretty small. I can't really see them having one. Hey, be careful, Candy Cane. You're gonna knock over my coffee. Yes, Katie. They all have said that it's just completely wore out. It's self-destructing because of the blood flow being shut off to it. I've had x-rays done twice on my hip, Kay. I had them done at our local hospital the last time I went to the doctor. And that was when she set up the referral for me to go to Fort Smith. And then when I got up there, the first thing they did was wanted some different views of it. So I had x-rays done up there. They've done a total of 4 or 5 x-rays, different views of it. They also x-rayed my left hip. And that looks fine. Yes, that's what I was thinking about, J&B. That's not normal, Kay. Normally, when you clean up a mess, you don't know where anything is after that. Rose, come here. Rose, look at the camera. Come on. Look at the camera. Come here. Here's Rose. Don't want to drop you, Lily. There you go. Okay, you can hop over there now if you want. Okay. Yeah, she loves to be petted, just as friendly as she can be, but she's not a lot for being held. Okay, now I can see it. Hello, Lilia Pear. Yeah, I had to go to the YouTube site to see what emoji you had left because on StreamYard it doesn't show it. It just describes it. Yep, right here's my coffee. I'll mention coffee, Emily. Hello, Ark Wild Man. Well, I hope so, Stephen. Yep, Lilia Pear. Got 4 kitties in here with me tonight. I've got 10 kitties over in the other house that aren't over here yet. Okay, you have a good night, Des. Yep, it is a lovely cast. Yeah, Judy, I don't know why she doesn't like to be on camera. She is a beautiful cat. Oh, you just saw a ragdoll cat, Judy. Or part ragdoll. I don't know how to describe ragdoll other than long-haired. Hello, Jonesy. I'm in the big house right now. I'm not living in here yet. Contractor's supposed to come this week to get started. But my Wi-Fi extender's not working. I got a new Wi-Fi extender coming tomorrow. So then hopefully I'll be back to normal. You're beautiful. Hello, Rick. Yeah, Conway's pretty big. I imagine there's still a Starbucks there. I've only been to Conway once. That was on my way here. We came through Conway and stopped and got gas. I have 14 cats altogether, Stephen. On tour with Radio Jonesy's. Been a member for 23 months. Almost 2 years. Thank you, Jonesy. I appreciate that. Yep, Reverend Joe knows how many I have. Hello, Ed. I guess I already said hello to you earlier, didn't I? You haven't chatted in quite a while. Um, that's not good when you lose your keys. I locked my key inside one time. But fortunately, the window on the porch is open about half, 3/4 of an inch because I had my cords running through it. So I could just push that window up and lean in, reach over to the door. Well, I was just reading today, Starbucks is closing a lot of stores, Emily. Yeah, any cat will sleep in weird positions, Reverend Joe. I've been to Starbucks once. I was driving for a medical transport company, and I had a drop off, and I think I had to wait around. But where I dropped off, they wouldn't let people go in to use the bathroom, and I had to use the bathroom. So I stopped at Target to use the bathroom, and they had a Starbucks inside Target. And I got something. I forgot what I got. One of the cheapest things I could get. And I'm pretty sure it's the only time I've ever been to Starbucks. I have had the Starbucks coffee comes in a bottle they sell in convenience stores. I have had that. Thank you, Jonesy. I appreciate that. Yep, that's Belt Loop 29 saying. He's always saying someone is good people. Yeah, I like my coffee kind of in the middle, Ace. I would say yeah, scale 1 to 10, 1 being weak, 10 being just as strong as it can be. I would say anywhere between 5 and 7 is good for me. Nice, Katie. Yeah, I gotta figure something out to eat once I get back over the other house. Yes, rocking is common, Emily. Okay. I know it's same logo, so I know what emojis Jonesy put up. I hate where StreamYard just describes it. It doesn't actually show it. You got any thrift stores around your area, Emily? Because someone was saying earlier that sometimes you can find a good deal on a rocker at a thrift store. Oh, that's not a bad deal, Katie. And those buy one, get one free deals are usually pretty good. Yep, it is, Kay. Yep, that's right. Jonesy's in the future. It must be. What is it, about 1 o'clock Monday afternoon, Jonesy? Yeah, I don't know how cats can sleep in the positions they do. I took a picture of Domino the other day, laying there with her head off the side of the box, right down like that. This is her body up here. This is her head. How can she even move when she wakes up? My neck would be so I wouldn't be able to move if I did that. It's wearing off, Rick. It started taking effect on Monday, right after I had it done. And it was good all week. Then yesterday it started wearing off. You know, Ace, I don't. Maybe it is. I'm gonna say I didn't think it was quite as dark as it looked on screen, but it is getting there. Have a good night, J&B. Well, only problem with that, Judy, I don't have any eggs, and bacon's in the freezer. But that's not a bad idea. A few more months, I'll have eggs again. Hello, Farm All and Fords. Oh, I was off a few hours, wasn't I, Jonesy? So, yeah, that's right. 15 hours. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew it was 15 hours. I don't know. No idea why I was thinking 18 hours because I knew it was 15 hours. Yes, they are, Katie. Cats are liquid. Hello, Midnight Madness. Oh, look at that. Outback Tasmania. I bet you that guy's got 10 channels. Yeah, I've got probably 4 or 5 pounds of bacon in the freezer. That reminds you, I need to take a package out and put it in the refrigerator tonight. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. You know, Judy, I could probably do 3 months of carnivore. Yeah, we go back an hour, November 2nd. Yeah, I don't like my stuff too salty. Yeah, Emily, you're an hour into the future. Oh, the dinner rolls at Rock Cafe that they have on the buffet, they are good. I love those. Yeah, I'm in the big house, Midnight Madness, but I'm not moved in here. I'm just in here. Well, these 4 cats, they live in here. But I'm still over in the other house. I'm just here for internet tonight. My Wi-Fi extender died during the storm on Tuesday. I thought maybe it was the cable, so I bought a new cable because $16 is a lot cheaper than $100. Turns out it's the extender itself. But I ended up finding one quite bad. Yep, that's what I need to do, Judy. I need to thaw out some bacon. Maybe I'll do that, Judy. Yep, that's right, Emily. He's like Gary. Lots of channels. Yet Central Time Zone is real time. What'd you do, Emily? Break the glass in your oven door? Nope, the most. You're wrong. Central's real time. I know when I was living in Eastern, I said Eastern was real time. And Central was behind, but no more. I made it to the bottom of chat. Do I have less people chatting now? Because I actually have more people viewing the live now than I did before when I was like 10 minutes behind. There you go, Judy. Don't live by the clock, do you? Yes, Midnight Madness. He is a beautiful cat. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's the first Siamese I've ever had. When I asked about the kittens and she said she'd send me pictures, she sent me a picture of a Siamese, and I knew before I went what ones I wanted. I wasn't sure if I wanted that one that's really looks Siamese or the Siamese that's mixed with Ragdoll. I didn't know which one there, but I knew I wanted one of them. And I knew I wanted Candy Cane, the tiger stripe one. And then I wanted a black one. But they had several black ones. And it turns out I got a good black one. Very friendly, lovable. Well, they all are. It shouldn't be too much longer, Midnight Madness. The contractor just called the landlord today and said he'll be starting this week. Yeah, he's fine with Lily as a name. I talked to him about it. He said it's fine. He likes it. Yeah, at one time, I had 9 black cats. I had 9 black cats, 8 black and white cats, and 1 tiger. And then until earlier this month, I had 8 black and white cats again. Now I've only got 6. Yep. Some cats do play fetch. Did everyone stop chatting, or isn't my chat working? It seems strange. No one's chatted since 7:13. Well, there was another one. I didn't know all did, Katie, but I know a lot of them do. Because I've shined flashlights on cats before, and sometimes you shine a flashlight on them, you can see their stripes. Yeah, we get 2 minutes there. No one chatted, so, or if you did, it didn't come through. So I don't know what's going on there. No, I don't think this is a Cracker Barrel rocking chair. Yeah, Brett was in here earlier, Rick. Not for long. He just chatted a couple times and disappeared. He's probably jumping live to live. I know he does that quite a bit. There he is. Did you bring me some applesauce, Reverend Joe? Yeah, when Felix was born, I thought he was going to be black and white. And when he was a few weeks old, I showed a picture of him to the vet. And she said, it looks like he's starting to turn gray. And he did go through that. His black was starting to turn gray. And now a lot of his black is tiger stripes. Louis came back. He's laying on the table this time instead of on me. And Rose is playing with his tail. Yeah, I don't know what happened last night. Rose was over there where she is now. And the other three were over here. I think one was on my shoulder, and the other two were on the edge of the table here. And all of a sudden, they just took off. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. And Rose just hops over the table, starts looking around, wondering the same thing I am. What happened? Where'd they go? I have no idea what scared them. Because they took off like something scared them. Oh, yeah, I see you chatting now, Emily. It was just from 7:13 to 7:15. There was no chats. But you know, Katie, I'm glad that's not the weather here. Well, the only thing you can do with Midnight Madness is get some super glue. Because if you don't have stuff super glued to the table, it's going to be on the floor. I had a cat one time walked across the shelf and just knocked stuff off. Just there was room enough for the cat to walk. Just get to a certain point and just swatted everything off the shelf. No, I'm not uncomfortable, Judy. It's much better in this chair. Oh, that's good, Eddie. Since they won, maybe you'd be in a better mood now. Jonesy, no swearing. Don't say that W word. Well, you have a good day. I'm not sure, Midnight Madness. I have heard that before. Yeah, I sleep in my recliner quite a bit too, Kay. Sometimes it's not intentional either. Oh, you're thinking too far ahead, Katie. Oh, maybe not, because I'm thinking about tomorrow too. I'm thinking about lunch. They have hamburger steaks at the Rock Cafe on Mondays. I love those steaks. Yep, Beauty. I've had them do that too. Yep, that's what they're called. Yet they call them hamburger steaks. It's not truly a steak, but that's what they call them. Then they have mashed potatoes, and I always take some of the beef gravy that they have the hamburger steaks in and put that on my potatoes. Because all they have in the buffet is white gravy. I like the beef gravy better. And then there'll be probably at least 3 vegetables, corn nuggets, and then usually it'll be green beans, corn, stuff like that. They always have fried chicken on the buffet also. Then the dinner rolls I was telling about earlier. Then they have the salad bar. The fixings for a salad are kind of skimpy, but there's cottage cheese on there, coleslaw, potato salad. Yes, some people do call them hush puppies, but they call them corn nuggets there because all they have in them is corn. Yes, Katie, they are very tender. I'm sorry, Kay. Yeah, I've never been to a Golden Corral. I should look and see where one is and go someday. Yep, that's right, Midnight Madness. Earth can't be flat. Can't sort of knocked everything off the edge. No, disagree, Judy. Gotta have the gravy, and I gotta have the dinner rolls. Yeah, a lot of people group hush puppies, allow stuff into hush puppies. Tell you what, Eddie, come and pick me up and we'll go. I drove to Houston once. Well, it wasn't terrible, but definitely didn't enjoy that part of the ride. The 7 hours between here and just before Houston, that was a nice ride. Nope, never been to a Golden Corral, Eddie. Yeah, if it was just the white gravy, I could skip it. But beef gravy, I have trouble skipping that. And sausage gravy, too. Yeah, I know what you're saying there, Steven. Hi, Lily. Lily loves me if you can't tell. Yep, that's where you were trying to avoid me, Eddie. There for hour and a half. Will you finally decide to come and say hello? Okay, If I get down that way, I'll check it out, Katie. Yeah, I was wondering if there might be one in Fort Smith, Rick. I know this past week I've been to Fort Smith 3 times, but normally I don't go to Fort Smith much. Okay, you have a good night, Kay. Okay. I really shouldn't be doing buy one, get one free on meals because I already eat both meals. Yes, Billy does love me. Definitely. No. Lily likes his name. I would have sent you a text, Eddie, but since you weren't there, I thought you were probably doing something, and I knew you'd show up eventually. I got some tomatoes the other day when I went to the produce giveaway. There was 5 tomatoes in there. Oh, chickens had 4 of them, and the guinea had 1. Guinea wasn't too impressed. The first day, I gave 2 to the chickens and 1 to the guinea, and she wasn't too impressed with it. I think she eventually ate the whole thing, or something else got it. The second day, most of it was still there, but she pecked at it some. The chickens were afraid of them at first, because the first time I've given them tomatoes. But then they loved them. So the next day they got the other 2. Oh, nice, Stephen. Well, Eddie, come to my meetup next year, and then you can hang out with everyone there. And as far as the video on the meetup, I had planned on getting it done last week, but then with Precious getting sick, that kind of stopped everything there. Then I planned on doing it this week, but now with the contractor coming, might not happen this week. It'll be okay, Judy. Yeah, the only thing, Katie, is I'm just one person, and I actually have bought stuff for lunch the next day. I went to Sonic, and I got forgot exactly what I got, but I think I got a burger for that night and something to go with it. Then I got a chicken patty for lunch the next day. Well, before the night was over, I didn't have any lunch for the next day. Yeah, I'm a growing kid too, except I'm not growing taller. Oh, you look like a Maurice Lily. Yeah, big thing I got at the giveaway with peppers. Got some bell peppers, and I got a lot of sweet peppers. And I gotta get them in the freezer. Yeah, I planned on a little extra time, Eddie, because I think actually I said might be 9, but most likely it was going to be 10 or 11. As it turned out, I didn't have to make quite as many stops as I thought I would. I stopped to get gas and used the bathroom. They didn't have a bathroom at that store. So I had to continue down the road and ended up having to make a bathroom. I was out in the middle of nowheres. And then I think I stopped twice more. And next thing you know, I was there. Yeah, usually at this produce giveaway, they'll have one item that they have a ton of, and then a few other things. Hello, Heather. Like, there was an orange or two in there, a couple lemons, the tomatoes I was telling about. I can't remember what else it was, but a few things like that. But that stuff, there was only 1, 2, 3 of them in there. The rest of the crate was filled with peppers. And then I went out one of the tall ones, but one of the produce boxes that's, I don't know, maybe 6, 8 inches tall. And that would pack right full of sweet peppers. Yes. Both houses are on the same land. You come in the driveway. The guest house is on the left. Then you continue up the driveway and come around a bend, and here's the big house. Don't know, Eddie, because I don't know who Larry is. Lily's a Siamese mix. Looks like she's mostly Siamese. No, actually, no kitten coops in between the two houses, Reverend Joe. Yeah, but he doesn't mind that, Eddie, because I talked to him about it. And he said he loves the name. Well, no, he doesn't do that, Eddie. They use the same restroom. And you got beautiful eyes. I used to go in several girl bathrooms every night. It's your job to clean all the bathrooms. You go in all of them. No, actually, we used to have some truck drivers come into the store, and a lot of them couldn't read English. There was one guy, he was staring at the door. He just stood there for a minute at the men's room, and apparently he couldn't make out that it said men. So then he goes down the end of the hall and goes in the ladies' room. They all use the same one, Judy. Yeah, I got to do that, Judy. Yeah, the only thing I'm missing in here is a dog to clean the litter boxes out for me. I used to have a beagle that would go running for the litter box every time he saw a cat go near it. And he'd clean it out for me. Lily. You still here, aren't you? Love you, Lily. Um, yes, he does have beautiful blue eyes. Yeah, I'm glad they talked me into taking both him and Rose. There you go, Katie. That's not a bad idea. I got these 4 kittens in June. I can't remember the exact day without looking it up. I think it was around the middle of June. They originally were supposed to be outdoor cats. Take care of the mice and rats and stuff out there. But not gonna happen. They're gonna be indoor cats. Um, kind of. The dogs had to come through here to get put in the yard with the electric fence. So they did see the cats. And sometimes the cats are at the door. Dogs are hanging out on the porch, except for Goldie. She hangs out under the house. And sometimes the cats are right at the door when I open the door to go out on the porch. And then they get up in the window. So dogs have seen them. Hey, Dream. How you doing, Dream? Dream, you gotta move. There you go. Good girl. Yep, I know what you mean, Katie. Be careful. The Dream just knocked over my coffee, but I don't think any spilled. I grabbed it in time. Um, yeah, one of the girls' rooms I used to clean in one of the schools that I cleaned. There was a girl in there would pee on the toilet seat and on the floor, maybe more than one, but it happened every single day. Hello, Gandalf. Does anyone know if Wanda's going to be going live tonight? I haven't seen her in here. Okay, Reverend Joe. You have a good night. Yep. You sure do, Katie. Yeah, they had that happen in that one of the other schools I worked at. There was just one toilet in each bathroom. And there was a girl using toilet paper and then throwing it on the floor. And they ended up catching her. Because what they did, there was only, I think, 4 classrooms that used those 2 bathrooms. And the teacher in each one of those, they told the kids what was going on and said, if you go in there and it's a mess in there, you go back and tell your teacher. And then since there was only 4 classrooms using it, and they were keeping track of when the kids went to the bathroom. So that teacher would get together with the other 3 teachers and find out who was the last one in there. And they caught her. And I'm pretty sure they did call her mother in. And they had a little talk about that. Nope. The red doll's laying over there, and she has been laying over there. Okay, Ace. Yeah, I just noticed she usually stops in for at least a few minutes, and she hasn't tonight, so I was wondering if she wasn't feeling good. Because sometimes she doesn't stay long, but normally she at least stops in and says hello to everyone. Yep, that's right, Katie. Yeah, there's no need for it, Stephen. And what I hate is, as most of you probably know, toilets can plug pretty easy. But when there's a plunger sitting next to a toilet and they can't bother plunging it, that really irritates me too. I've been on here for 2 hours and 21 minutes. Yeah, good idea, Rick. Next subject. So, does everyone want me to keep going for a little bit? I didn't bring my laptop charger over, but I still got 44%, so I can go for a while. Yeah, I think most people know how to, Katie. They're just too lazy to do it. That really irritates me. Okay, Katie. Yeah, there's other people going live, so maybe I'll wrap this up. Oh, I never gave the update on the animals. Well, I was telling about I'm going to take Teddy to the vet in place of Precious since I already have the appointment. Yeah, I want to try to get all the cats tested as soon as I can. And then the ones that got any readings that aren't normal, try to figure out what's going on with them before it's too late. Well, thank you, Emily. Yeah, the only thing he had was just slight anemia and a week with no fleas. He should be back to normal or at least close to normal. And if he's not, then I want to find out what's going on with him. And the chickens are all doing good. They're growing, they're getting big. And the 2 guineas that I hatched out last summer, they're getting pretty close to where they can be put out with the other guinea now. They're getting big. And I do have 14 guinea hatching eggs that should be here tomorrow. They were mailed out from Wheaton, Missouri, which is 170 miles north of here, last Monday. And they're not here yet. Well, it looks like the track, and they should be here tomorrow. I don't know why the Postal Service has gone back delivering mail by stagecoach, but apparently they have. I think I'm going to go to the post office in the morning and watch for the stagecoach to come in, drop the mail off. But even my stagecoach, they should have been here in 3 days. Yep, last Monday, Katie. And I looked it up. Wheaton is 170 miles from here. And still not here. So assuming they come tomorrow, I got to get the incubator plugged in, and then the eggs will be going in Tuesday. Yeah, that's what I thought, Katie. I thought I'd have them last Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. Yeah, if they came by stagecoach 3 days. Because they said when they were drawing mail by stagecoach, they were going 60, 70 miles a day. I had no other explanation, Gandalf. If it's taking a week to go 170 miles, apparently it's not on a truck. Yeah, hopefully, Ace. Yeah. Snail coat. Yeah, maybe the pony threw a shoe. Who knows? But on the plus side, they're getting the chicks here in 2 days now instead of 3. And they're coming about 400 miles. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Gandalf. Yeah, a few months ago, I had a express package coming from California, guaranteed in 3 days. It took 4 days. Now, if it takes 4 days to get an express package from California to Arkansas, what if that was going to Maine? That'd be 2 weeks. Okay, Katie, have a good night. Yeah, I'm a minute away from 2.5 hours, so I'm just going to talk a little bit here and say goodnight and stuff and make it another 57 seconds. Well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. And thank you for the super chat. Excuse me. I'll have another live Wednesday evening at 10 o'clock Central. But you know, FedEx got a package from China to here. And see, I gotta look this up, make sure I'm remembering it right. I think it was 4 days. It was sent out on Thursday, and I think I got it Monday. I had to go through customs clearance in China. I had to go through customs clearance when it got to the United States. And I think it was 4 days. That was FedEx. Have a good night, everyone. Hello, Austin. You're just coming in at the end. I'm saying good night to everyone now. There's some other lives going on now, and everyone's going to them. Hello, Gary. Same thing, Gary. I don't know if you heard me telling Austin, I'm just ending it right now. There's several other people going live. Everyone's going over to them. But I'll be back Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, I know, Gary. I was wondering if you're going to make it in, then you made it in right at the very end. Well, have a good night.